Group. It appears that Lulu Group, and Amit Ranjan is going to walk into the studio. Amit, it appears that Lulu Group is targeting India, and not just big metro cities, but this time around smaller cities, smaller towns, not building supermarkets but hypermarkets. What does it mean?
Hypermarkets, yeah. So they have a 2.2 million square foot mall already in Lucknow. So that's as big. They're looking at two states right now, Uttar Pradesh and Kerala. Specifically in Uttar Pradesh, they have targeted cities Kanpur, Gorakhpur, Banaras, Kashi, or Varanasi, whatever you call that.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are the cities they have targeted in these. In Kerala, they have targeted 5 properties. Names have not been revealed as yet. They already are developing properties in the 3 to 4 lakh square feet range in Ahmedabad and Noida.
Okay.
So that is already happening. So we mostly in retail sector we mostly hear about Reliance and Tata's expanding. Here is a UAE based group that is expanding hyper malls into second tier cities. To start with these 2 states, they already have a big project coming up in Ahmedabad and Noida. So that's that's the
so after Ahmedabad, Noida, it's Kerala and UP, top down, bottom down, and top up.
Right.
Interesting choice of places.
It goes, yeah, and right from the beginning, when they first opened that mall in Lucknow, and you're talking about the Lulu Group, Shweta. Lulu Group, Mr. Ali, who owns and runs the Lulu Group, was the richest NRI in the Gulf, and continues to be the richest. I think he still continues to be the richest NRI, non-resident Indian, in the Gulf. The Lulu Group is a massively successive group. If you go to Kochi, the biggest construction or the biggest single building entity in the city of Kochi is the Lulu Mall. You cannot possibly miss it. Smack in the middle of the city. It's the biggest thing possible, as big as any mall that you'd find anywhere in Delhi or Bombay.
5 more coming there.
Yeah. So the fact of the matter is that their expansion, Amit rightly pointing out, they're originally a Kerala-based group, because everybody who runs the group is a Keralite, and yes, of course, they have their headquarters in Dubai. So Kerala was going to be a top choice either way, and like you're rightly pointing out, the interesting other choice is being UP. Why would a company from Kerala, based out of UAE, want to do UP? My guess is that UP is a market that's going to explode with more and more younger people in the UP market, wanting to go to malls, wanting to watch movies, wanting to spend.
And a lot of promises were made during the UP's Investor Summit, which is when the announcements of Lulu Group foraying into UP first came into light. Not just building in Noida, but in other remote parts of UP. All of that was made possible during the UP's Investor Summit, which we also covered here on News9.
And we did a story that the surge in tourism in UP has just gone through the roof. Yeah. I missed out one city in UP, Prayagraj. That's
Unmissable Prayagraj.
Unmissable Prayagraj.
Right. I think this is an indication of a factor that perhaps it's important to also point out: India's consumption and its capacity to consume fast-moving goods, to clothes, to talk about any retail segment, white goods, talk about any retail segment for that matters. India's capacity to consume is only becoming larger and larger, and it also stems back to the fact that India's middle class is becoming larger.
Bigger, and we recently had a statement even from the finance minister that another surge is going to happen from the lower class into the middle class immediately. Of course, the Prime Minister's speech suggested that 3.5 lakh crore people, million people into the middle class from the lower classes from the Independence Day, in his Independence Day speech. So that is a growing market, and that is where India has become most attractive, and that is also shielding us from external shocks that our middle class takes care of the economy through its consumption.
And I know you're working on that big story about India's... One is out, and you continue to work on stories about India's big rising middle class. We will, of course, keep bringing details of rising middle class.